Mm.
Let's settle in for a silent meditation guided only by music. We'll set ourselves up together, either seated in upright position with legs crossed on the floor or feet planted if you're sitting in a chair, or completely relaxed in a laying down position. Take a few deep breaths to ground you into this moment. Feeling the parts of you that meet the ground or the chair or the bed beneath you. Letting your body feel grounded as your energy and spirit rises. Letting the music and your breath take you on a journey within.
Dr. Piña, you still there?
Yeah. Do you listen? Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Yes, good. Thank you.
Okay.
When you're ready, come back to this present moment. Come back to this place and open your eyes.
All right. So this is our 5 a.m. and Service Club, and we are ready to start. This is our 5 a.m. and this is the silence. So let's go to share. And who wanna do affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, or scribing?
I'll take affirmation.
All right. So the affirmation is by Steve. Dr. Piña did the silence.
I will do the question.
Victoria do the question. Who do visualization? Who will do exercise or we have the scribing already?
To move us along, I'll do visualization.
Who's gonna do visualization?
Victor, I'll do that too.
No, let's try someone to who
Okay.
is there? Let's volunteer someone.
Okay.
Let me see. Martha can do visualization. She can get you can get your the applications, and then you do the same with you go visualizations, and you can do that. So let's visualizations. Let's do Emma. She has the application. Just open up and hit visualizations. Like you go to library, get visualization, and then you hit whatever is there. It's easier just to get the volume, the key. So, all right. So what else? The exercise will do one video of our exercise. So let's start. Let's give power to Steve. I think if you don't have power, whenever you're ready, I think you have it. Let me just check this out. Steve, yeah, you have the power. We're streaming live to YouTube today. Too. Steve, whenever you're ready. We don't hear you. Do you want us to hear it, Steve?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So these three affirmations are for when you get lonely. Um, so let's go over them. I'm going to repeat them twice. You can read along with me, or repeat them with me, or after me. Number one, I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. Number two, I feel the presence of those who aren't physically here. I feel the presence of those who aren't physically here. And number 3, I am too big a gift to the world to waste my time on self-pity and sadness. I am too big a gift to the world to waste my time on self-pity and sadness. So let's just take these 3 affirmations today and let's utilize them. Let's know that whenever we get lonely, we have each other in this group. We have friends, we have families to lean on. And just know that you're not alone. If anybody needs to reach out to me, just reach out to me. If you're in need of anything, I can do my best. Or anybody in this group will do their best to try to help you. So just know that we're not alone. That we can lean on each other. We can get help from others. We can utilize help from others. So let's just use these affirmations today. Thank you.
All right, perfect. So, Martha, you ready? Are you ready to the 1? Are you ready to the 2? And are you ready to 3? All right, let's do visualization with the applications, and I'm gonna get one new. See if I find one new that is not a combo. Right, so let me see, or let's go visualize your goal. Let's go to that one. It's going to be both visualization and achieve your goals. So let's go there.
Are we supposed to hear something?
Hold on. Screen.
All that is. Feel the tingly white energy in every cell of your body. Feel your entire body merge with this energy of love. Feel yourself becoming one with it. And as your entire body merges with the energy of all that is left is your thought. Now that you are one with the Creator, you can co-create your future. This is the manifestation zone. And now is your opportunity to visualize your first goal and imagine you already have it. Experience it from your own body, not like you're watching a movie of yourself, but fully experiencing it. The Creator of all that is says, consider it is done. It is done. It is done. Take a big deep breath in and exhale and feel a deep sense of gratitude. Now visualize your second goal starting now. Now the Creator of all that is says, consider it is done, it is done, it is done. Now take a big deep breath in and a big deep exhale and feel deep gratitude. Now visualize your third goal. The Creator says, consider it is done, it is done, it is done. Take a big deep breath in, nice big exhale, and feel deep gratitude. Now visualize all three of your goals in the center of the plane. Bring all the cells of your body together and let them merge with your goals. And now recreate a new body, a new, energized, vibrant, strong, flexible, intelligent, compassionate, energetic, healthy body. Bow and give thanks to the Creator. And say, thank you for my life. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life. Now focus on your feet and feel them planted on the earth. Feel the energy of Mother Earth filling up every part of your body. And feel yourself firmly rooted to Mother Earth, while your thoughts and intellect are reaching high into the seventh plane. And mentally say, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done.
The one and only Patricia Moreno. So we have affirmations, visualizations. Go guys, exercise. And let's get one here. See if she has any new that is not that big one. You alone. We have two new. Let me see. This one that I don't see here. Increasing your ability to, that's the biggest one. All right, so let's try this one. Energize flow, strength, and stillness. That's Nate Palmer. Let's see what this guy has. Wake up your body, calm your mind, strength. Oh no, that's the guy who we don't, that he's explaining stuff and he doesn't know what we're talking about, what he's doing. So let's see if we got a video. Oh, Patricia Moreno are very simple to do. Let's see.
I got something we could do, Dr. Piña.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. I need power.
All right. Don't you have power?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you have power.
So the song that Patricia Moreno was playing is actually "We Go From Glory to Glory." So we're just gonna hear that song and its words and its power, and we're just gonna move. We're gonna move. Do exercises you're familiar with. If you need to stretch, if you need to walk, but just jive to the music. All right. It's a very powerful song. Everybody up. Let's do this.
Are you sharing the music?
Can you hear it?
No.
Huh? Hold on, let me go back to share screen. See what happened there. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Come on, up everybody.
Created from dust, and you came and you lived among us. You took on our friend, you walked in our pain, and now you're taking us higher. And you stepped into time, down your life to save us, and you took all our shame. On the cross it was laid, and now you're taking us higher. 'Cause we go from glory to glory to glory. We'll never be the same, we'll never be the same. We go from glory to glory to glory. We're forever changed, forever changed. And you call me a friend, and brought into your endless kingdom. And by the blood I was made, no longer a slave, and now you're taking us higher. We go from glory to glory to glory. We'll never be the same, we'll never be the same. 'Cause we go from glory to glory to glory. We're forever changed, forever changed. And until we reach that day, love conquers everything. We'll cry in anthem singing, holy, holy. And when we see that day, we're standing face to face. We'll shout in anthem singing, holy, until we reach that day. Love conquers everything. We'll cry in anthem singing, holy, holy. And when we see that day, we're standing face to face. We'll shout in anthem singing, holy, holy, yeah. You took on the grave, so not even death can shake us. The victor has won, and heaven has come, and now you're taking us higher. And now you're taking us higher. We go from glory to glory to glory. never be the same. We'll never be the same. 'Cause you take us higher and higher and higher. We're forever changed. We're forever changed. We go from glory to glory to glory. We go from glory to glory to glory. You take us higher and higher and higher. We're forever changed, forever changed.
Go on, folks. Go from glory to glory. That concludes exercise.
Okay. So let's go to the question of the day. Describing.
Which is also done by me.
Right.
Continuing the power abuse today.
You got it. You got it.
So, I want our question of the day to be a check-in. We don't need specific results. We can be very general. I want us to answer two things. For a while, I've been talking to us about making sure that we learn new things and that we track anything that is vital to us, any goal, any health situation, right? So the exercise is share one new thing since the last time I bothered you with this. And since the last time we talked about it, um, share a situation that you wanted to track for improvement and just let us know if it's improved or not. You don't have to give us numbers. You don't have to say my pressure was this, it's this. You should just say, ever since I started drinking more water, I've been able to sleep better, something like that, right? But I want to hear a new thing that you've learned, and I want to hear something that you started tracking for improvement and how it's doing. Easy enough? 3 minutes for that.
I'll go. Oh,
What was that?
can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear? Okay, great. I bought a scale.
Wait, hold up. Let's give each other
So
3 minutes.
I've
You will
been.
go first.
Oh shoot. Okay, sorry.
False start on Lawrence. 5 yard penalty.
Yep.
Repeat
There
first
you
shot.
go.
A little more than a minute. Take another 30 seconds. All right, we should start landing that plane. Take a moment to get any water, you know, loosen yourself back up a little bit. Deep breath. And all right, let's give the ball back to Lawrence to run his play.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. The thing that I did is I wanted to keep better track of my weight. So I purchased a scale. It's a smart scale. Um, it's from the company Withings. I got it when Amazon was having the Amazon promotion, whatever they did, about a month ago, I guess. So I've been trying to weigh myself every day. Um, and I haven't seen that much improvement, but it's made me focus on being aware what happens when I eat something that isn't necessarily the best. Like the big change I noticed, not really in weight, but it also tracks other things too, like your fat, your heart rate, all this stuff. It's pretty crazy what it can do and tell you. So I noticed a difference like when I had a bagel on the weekend. It just everything went a little bananas because it was a lot of carbs compared to what I was used to having. So it's maybe be more aware of things that I'm eating, what I'm doing, and I'm working to get the numbers to move um, to less direction. I've lost a little bit of weight, but not as much as I want to. So I'm working on um, evaluating about signing up with a trainer, a virtual trainer.
Awesome. And the new thing you learned?
Um, have patience with yourself. It's going to take time, but also if you want to make a change, you really have to put effort into it. You can't just get the scale and just say, well, now this is going to make me lose weight. It doesn't work that way. You have to do the work. So now I'm working on I've made dietary changes too. I was having a lot of snacks before at work. We have like pretzels and nuts, and so I haven't had any of those. I've cut all that out. So that's made a difference as far as feeling um, better, um, and not just it's made me I think that was an avoidant thing rather than dealing with things. Sometimes I would literally just go into the kitchen at the office and just have stuff rather than dealing with the issue at hand. So it's made me focus and deal with things head on, which is better than just having some snacks and a pretzel.
Fantastic. So what we hear here is the power of tracking, the power of information, and the power of action immediately upon analyzing and receiving information that is useful to you. So well done, Lawrence. Keep up the good work and look forward to hearing you jumping up and down when you finally start seeing the results that you are looking for.
Thanks, Victor.
All right, I'm going to call it as I see it. Going down the list here. Rosalda, my
Hey,
wonderful
good
sister, how
morning.
are you today?
I'm okay, Victor, and yourself? Thank
I'm
you
all
for
right.
asking. One new thing that I learned to read, observe, inquire, and how we are what we eat, and how the food that we eat affect our health. Um, I have learned that, for example, I started to do some juicing more consistently. So I put the kale, and I buy it sometimes, kale, spinach, beets, and an apple, and cut out sweet. I noticed that my energy level increased, and I feel a lot better when I do that. So something that I track all my numbers, and my numbers are more stable and consistent in the positive direction. I walk better again, as I said, have more energy and feel better. I can do more things then.
Ooh, shine, 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 shine. And you know what? I don't know if that was possible, but I think it makes you smile brighter too.
It's
Because
possible. Is your overall health that improves when you eat better.
I'm going to steal a line from the Trailblazer. Health is wealth. So you sound like you're getting wealthier. All right. Going down the list, Dr. Piña.
All right, so I learned to write and read the numbers in German, the German to 10. So, and without seeing it, I saw eins, drei, zwei, fünf, vier, sechs, acht, neun, zehn, null. So I can repeat them by memory. I can write them by memory. One, two, three, four, five, zero, which is null, and zehn, that is 10. So eins, twice, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, acht, neun, zehn, null. 1 to 10, and I improve them.
Yeah.
Which is very difficult. The number five, Vumf, and it has a different kind of words, which is a Vumf is a U with a double period, Vumf, and then Veal is four. So I can say it's dry prot veal ogen, Vumf kv, sekt mich, sieben ogen, acht hund, nine katze. So I can do cat, one cat, 10 €, €5. Eins Brot mixed, un pan con leche, café, té. Okay, that's what it is. That's it.
And what is the thing you've been tracking?
What's that? Numbers,
Ah,
numbers and words in German.
okay. So, I don't think any of us here are short of admiration of you. Sometimes when you admire someone, it's hard to visualize how they could possibly learn something else because you think they're so wise and rich with knowledge. And this is what you do. You inspire us, right? You're learning a new language and you're going for another doctorate or master's. I can't remember which one it was. It's like starting new groups when you know you could basically at this point just be chilling and just winding down and probably traveling for the rest of your life. Instead, you're here learning new things and helping us sharpen ourselves. So I can't ever stop admiring and thanking you for, not only what you do for us, but just how you continue to push us and encourage us. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you.
Stevie.
Yes, sir. One new thing that I've learned is that um, on this health journey of exercising, and the older that I've gotten, is that diet is very important. Is key in changing your body. Before my 20s, 30s, early 40s, I was able to train and eat just about anything that I wanted to. But now, uh, what I've learned is nutrition is a key factor, especially when the metabolism slows down. So now, through learning this, I now intake more fruits. I do smoothies. Try to pretty much cancel out fried foods. There is some every now and again, but more fish, omega 3s. Not laid off of the red meat, but more grilled chicken and mainly fish. So, and I feel the difference in my body. And, a lot of the inflammation that I was having is now leaving. Joints are feeling better. So, nutrition is a key factor. It's a key factor anyway, but especially when you get older.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this is consistent with knowledge is power, health is wealth, right? We're being more aware of the things that are good and bad for us, and I think that that is just going to help us just continue to go, higher and higher, kind of like we heard in the song earlier, right? Continue to be consistent with the things that we're doing. We are all a work in progress, and trial and error. And then when we make errors, let's not beat ourselves up for them. Let's just grow and improve upon them. Candido.
Yes, I gonna propose that anytime the question must be writing in the board so we can understand very well the question. But what I learn is I am keeping track of my health. I am learning to keep track of my health, keeping track of my feelings, keeping track of my thoughts, and keeping thinking about what I want in my life. And I am learning to be more conscious in the life.
Okay. All right. And do you have any results that you want to share? Not specific numbers, but has anything improved or gotten better or gotten worse?
Yes, yes, I got some improvement and I have take because sometimes when I am talking, I am more present. I am taking care of whatever I'm gonna say because before I just talk without have any control on or keeping track of whatever I am saying. Now, last week I took a taxi and I was talking about politics with the driver, and I thought that he is from a party that is not in the government now, and I know that he was getting angry when I was telling him the good and the bad thing of any parties, and I could notice that he wasn't liking whatever I was saying, and I stopped it, or I lowered the gradient of the thing that I was telling to him. If it's before, I just say whatever I think and that's it. But now I saw that he wasn't liking that whatever I was saying, and I don't keep talking to him against his thinking. And this is a good sign that I am improving my to be aware, to be conscious.
Glory, glory, because the power of awareness is one of the most powerful tools that we have, right? Even in biblical um, places, we hear about that small, still voice inside of us that guides us. That's in Kings, if you ever want to read about it, right? We have a small, still voice in us that's our compass, and it's important for us to be aware, because that keeps us. It actually protects us when we ignore that gut feeling, when we ignore that direction that we're receiving from our inner self, and we just plow through it. Sometimes we make mistakes, we offend people. Um, and the worst thing is that when we say things that we can't take back and that they have consequences. So it's important to not be impulsive and to be able to just control. Right, a simple glance at someone can tell you the expression on their face and whether they're feeling you or not. So that's very good on your part, Candido. I did have a follow up question for you. This question comes with love and care. How are you doing with your pressure? Have you done anything to work on that? And are you seeing any good results?
Yes, I am. I went to the doctor over here
Mm-hmm.
before yesterday, and
Mm-hmm.
I realized that my high blood pressure is coming from something in my kidneys.
Okay.
So I did some blood tests and urine tests yesterday. After we finish here, I'm gonna go to do some imagery, some footage,
Okay.
some imagery of my kidneys. I'm gonna do endoscopy and
Mm-hmm.
many studies to see what's going on in my body.
Amen. We'll keep you in prayer for good treatment and good results. I'm glad that you're really tending to this. My question came from just pure love. I think I started asking us to track our health and what we're doing because of the concerns that you were expressing. And so I just think that we don't just tell each other to do things and offer to do things and then just let them go away. I think it's important to have these check-ins and to track. And I'm so grateful that you're taking control of this.
Thank you,
Um,
Victor. Thank you very much. Thank you.
you're welcome. Maltita, Grandma. Oh,
It's Ria, Grandma. It's Ria. Good morning.
good morning.
uh, I I learn and I feel more relaxed to say no and don't feel guilty. I practice this because I want to be a like in a lot of activity. Um, and now it's como natural. I say, oh no, can do that. I can go to this event. Event. I stay at home, do it what I have to do in my house to in my project to put my house more beautiful and organized there. And I don't feel guilty to say no. like uh, some activity en, en el Centro Cívico Cultural Dominicano, uh, I, I, I do something, but this day I had another activity. I change. I don't want to be involved with activity like before. I made a marathon. I go to 1, 2, 3. If be careful, it's four. And I say, take it easy, mana. Take it easy. Take it easy, Marti Caltagracia. If I feel good. I don't feel guilty.
And
Uh,
what have you been tracking? What is the thing you've been tracking and how and what is the result?
the result is that I let it go. A lot of things. I stay more at home. Do it what I have to do. Uh, and the resort is good. I feel, oh, Marta, está más tranquila, nena. ¿Qué te pasa?
Glory,
Eh,
glory,
la-
glory, 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 glory.
yeah, I don't have to rush too much and prove too much. I am prove everything. I am who I am. In the grace of God. Um,
Amen. Amen.
yeah, yeah, and uh, take time, but you uh, say the real you take time. But we are in the in the way to learn and apply and do it. What it's better for us, for me.
Amen. Well,
Okay, thank
learning.
you.
You're welcome. Learning from our experiences is critical, and even for someone like you who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge, it is always important to keep learning and to keep pushing yourself. And I'm glad that you're feeling good about taking care of the things that you're supposed to take, because I know that procrastination is something that's very big on your heart. Greg.
Great morning, champions.
Thank you.
Area of focus for me has been improving my public speaking through training. So I've been tracking and doing a training, minimum of one training a week, and I've incorporated getting feedback, and that's been powerful because what I've learned is that when you connect with people, it maintains the message stronger than any intellectual knowledge you could exchange. So just to focus on making sure I connect with people, even though I have a message also. Thank you.
And what is the thing you've been tracking?
Yes, I every training I get feedback,
Okay.
what people liked, what they took away, what's one thing they're going to implement, and that has been very fruitful for me.
Fantastic. And, again, I continue to be impressed with some of us, because when we look at someone like you, Greg, we think that your public speaking is excellent. And, the fact that you feel that you need to be working on that you know, just lets me know that we can always be better at something, right? And, I commend you for that and keep at it, brother.
Thank you.
Um, so, surprisingly, I think you're a copycat. I recently downloaded an app to sharpen my public speaking and presentation skills, and it's an app. I'll share it in the group with us. It's basically an app that says, what are the things that you want to improve about yourself, and you can do public speaking, you can do organization skills, you can do planning, you can do, and what it does is it gives you exercises, and and it tracks how you've been. It says if you do 5 minutes a day, you can improve in an area. And so I've been using this app to basically um, become more professional in the way that I speak. I think that I do speak with authority and power and all those things, but sometimes there are a lot of and you knows and I think and I'm just trying to speak more concisely and with more power. And ever since I started doing that, I started noticing even I don't know if you could tell the difference in prayer. I've been speaking slower and more clearly, and I've been using the prayer to basically sharpen the message that I want to give and to make sure that the message makes sense, because I'm preparing myself to be able to do great things with that. And I think that as we get more people to come, it's going to be very important that I'm very direct and clear. So I've been working in that area. I've been using the app to sharpen myself, and I've been using our prayer group, to just really improve how I speak. Um, I started tracking my pressure again. So, Candido, I'm not asking you just because I love you. I'm asking you because I love myself too. Um, for some reason, I noticed that right around the time of the anniversary of going to the hospital, I wasn't really doing anything differently, but I found myself, like, with my pressure going up again a little bit. It wasn't, to the dramatic level that it was when I went to the hospital, but my pressure and my sugar were going up. So I think something to watch for myself is if there's something about that time of year. Is it an activity that I'm doing? Is it something that I'm eating? Am I doing too many barbecues? What is it, right? But something is causing in that particular period for my numbers to kind of trend negatively. And because I was tracking and because I'm on top of it, I was able to see that. And, very recently, all my numbers are coming back to where I want them to be. And I'm so thankful for the tracking that I had. So that concludes the question. And I think that concludes our savers for the day. And I think we're ready to go to the book.
Right, let's go to the book. And here you have it. Let me get it right there. So we're gonna finish the last chapter, and then we're gonna
Most people, there
main
will be no
introductions.
harm in occasionally mixing a grain of disdain with your treatment of them. That will make them value your friendship all the more. Chi non stima vien stimato, as a subtle Italian proverb has it. To disregard is to win regard. But if we really think very highly of a person, we should conceal it from him like a crime. This is not a very gratifying thing to do, but it is right. Why, a dog will not bear being treated too kindly, let alone a man. From Fables by Leo Tolstoy. The Monkey and the Peas. A monkey was carrying 2 handfuls of peas. One little pea dropped out. He tried to pick it up and spilt 20. He tried to pick up the 20 and spilt them all. Then he lost his temper, scattered the peas in all directions, and ran away. And from Baltasar Gracian. As some make gossip out of everything, so others make much ado about everything. They are always talking big and take everything seriously, making a quarrel and a mystery of it. You should take very few grievances to heart, for to do so is to give yourself groundless worry. It is a topsy-turvy way of behaving to take to heart cares which you ought to throw over your shoulder. Many things which seemed important at the time turn out to be of no account when they are ignored, and others which seem trifling appear formidable when you pay attention to them. Things can easily be settled at the outset, but not so later on. In many cases, the remedy itself is the cause of the disease. To let things be is not the least satisfactory of life's rules. The 37th Law. Create compelling spectacles. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create the aura of power. Everyone responds to them. Stage spectacles for those around you, then, full of arresting visuals and radiant symbols that heighten your presence. Dazzled by appearances, no one will notice what you are really doing. Observance of the Law, number 1. In the early 1780s, word spread through Berlin of the strange and spectacular medical practices of a Dr. Weisleder. He performed his miracles in an enormous converted beer hall, outside which Berliners began to notice ever longer lines of people. The blind, the lame, anyone with an illness incurable by normal medicine. When it leaked out that the doctor worked by exposing the patient to the rays of the moon, he soon became dubbed the Moon Doctor of Berlin. Sometime in 1783, it was reported that Dr. Weisleder had cured a well-to-do woman of a terrible ailment. He suddenly became a celebrity. Previously, only the poorest Berliners had been seen waiting outside the beer hall in their rags. Now, magnificent carriages were parked outside, and gentlemen in frock coats and ladies with enormous coiffures lined the street as sunset drew near. Even folk with the mildest of ailments came out of sheer curiosity. As they waited in line, the poorer clients would explain to the gentlemen and ladies that the doctor only practiced when the moon was in its increscent phase. Many would add that they themselves had already been exposed to the healing powers he called forth from the rays of the moon. Even those who felt cured kept coming back, drawn by this powerful experience. Inside the beer hall, a strange and stirring spectacle greeted the visitor. Packed into the entrance hall was a crowd of all classes and ethnic backgrounds, a veritable Tower of Babel. Through tall windows on the northern side of the hall, silvery moonlight poured in at odd angles. The doctor and his wife, who, it seemed, was also able to effect the cure, practiced on the second floor, which was reached by a stairway at the end of the hall. As the line edged closer to the stairs, the sick would hear shouts and cries from above, and word would spread of, perhaps, a blind gentleman suddenly able to see. Once upstairs, the line would fork in two directions, toward a northern room for the doctor, a southern one for his wife, who worked only on the ladies. Finally, after hours of anticipation and waiting in line, the gentleman patients would be led before the amazing doctor himself, an elderly man with a few stalks of wild gray hair and an air of nervous energy. He would take the patient, let us say a young boy, brought in by his father, uncover the afflicted body part, and lift the boy up to the window, which faced the light of the moon. He would rub the site of the injury or illness, mumble something unintelligible, look knowingly at the moon, and then, after collecting his fee, send the boy and his father on their way. Meanwhile, in the south-facing room, his wife would be doing the same with the ladies, which was odd, really, since the moon cannot appear in two places at once. It cannot have been visible, in other words, from both windows. Apparently the mere thought, idea, and symbol of the moon were enough, for the ladies didn't complain, and would later remark confidently that the wife of the moon doctor had the same healing powers as he. Interpretation. Dr. Weislater may have known nothing about medicine, but he understood human nature. He recognized that people do not always want words or rational explanations or demonstrations of the powers of science. They want an immediate appeal to their emotions. Give them that, and they will do the rest, such as imagine they can be healed by the light reflected from a rock 250,000 miles away. Dr. Weislater had no need of pills or of lengthy lectures on the moon's power or of any silly gadgetry to amplify its rays. He understood that the simpler the spectacle, the better. Just the moonlight pouring in from the side, the stairway leading to the heavens, and the rays of the moon, whether directly visible or not. Any added effects might have made it seem that the moon was not strong enough on its own. And the moon was strong enough. It was a magnet for fantasies, as it has been throughout history. Simply by associating himself with the image of the moon, the doctor gained power. Remember, your search for power depends on shortcuts. You must always circumvent people's suspicions, the perverse desire to resist your will. Images are an extremely effective shortcut. Bypassing the head, the seat of doubt and resistance, they aim straight for the heart. Overwhelming the eyes, they create powerful associations, bringing people together and stirring their emotions. With the white light of the moon in their eyes, your targets are blinded to the deceptions you practice.
All right, so let's stop it right here.
You must all
On the observance of the law, and let's go count 10 minutes exactly, and let's go to reading, and we're gonna have 10 minutes to start right now.
Chatty group today, huh?
No, that's the biggest trick of power. Create compelling spectacles. Uh, Most of the biggest party in the whole world just to put it together. And the biggest dictator of all time in anywhere you can count Latin America and Europe. The one that come to mind in my case, it's the Nazis and Hitler and the swastika, the color of the swastika, and Joseph Goebbels, the propaganda minister, is one of the most remarkable marketeer of the whole time. So if you could go and see the spectacle, the compelling spectacle he put together in German for the Olympic game, and behind they were putting together concentration camps of Jews, and nobody noticed that. Not far from miles from Berlin, they were killing Jews and isolating them and being cruel to them and experimenting all kinds of shit. And all of a sudden, you see this amazing Olympic spectacle and glory to the eyes of the Third Reich. And they sold their power to their people and to the world by being good at propaganda, being good at movies and things like that. So you go to Trujillo, you're gonna find the same. You go to any Latin America, to communism. You go to Stalin, or the biggest one. Religion has also spectacle. You have to create a movie, a fantasy, a place full of music, and you have rituals and things like that. So nobody escape, and then theater come through, and all the kind of live spectacle that you have created. If you go to New York City, it's full. New York City is a spectacle city that is fool you, and give you everything you want. I remember that the last time we went in New York City, they have a park full of lights, all kinds of beautiful lights and crystal that you go through and wander. And most of the amazing kings, they have party full of clowns, painters, all kinds of sorcerers. So religions, politics, cultural life itself create compelling spectacle. Most of the rich and famous, they have parties, and most have been in real trouble because of that. They bring party behind. They have alcohol, women trafficking, kids trafficking, children trafficking, abused, and all it's about money and the yachts and all that things that you believe. Wow, this is amazing. But it's a law. Everything that you do, you have to be artistic, careful, or conceived, and will show also a lot of who you are, and that's the key. And sometimes it will show that you are not, and that's the power they try to put here together. Because people will follow the moon, will follow the moons and the fantasies of the moon, and will most likely believe that yes, this guy will heal all your illnesses and diseases.
I think that you're talking about the power of politicians, and one of my favorite stories of power is Evita. Um, I think they portray, the revolution in Argentina when Perón was there. Um, and it was an actress who was basically running the country, through being a movie star and 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 basically, Perón was doing whatever he wanted, but he was using the charm of Evita to to wow the people. And in the meantime, the bourgeoisie and the people who were in power were just kind of grumbling about what was going on, but they couldn't do anything really, despite the amount of power that they also had. They couldn't do anything because Perón had the power of the people backing him, and he had the charm of Evita to basically send out whenever he needed to do hard things. So I think that's kind of relevant. I don't know if anyone really knows about that.
Well, I guess I don't know exactly about that, Victor. Guess I'm not concentrating right now. I know about Evita and her famous songs and a little bit about the history, but I know that similar to that, it is like, as it says, it's like create a spectacle, create something that is going to draw the people attention. Is like a strategy. That's why anytime they opening up a new building, they have this inauguration, they cutting out the ribbon, they invite all famous people, songs, dances, because you create a spectacle and then people will often remember it, remember what it is all about. It's a strategy that politicians use. They're always celebrating something on, and if you look on the underline, there's something underneath it that they want to promote something they want to promote, but they create a spectacle to draw people attention and do all of this visual that people will definitely remember about it. So it's a strategy that we can use in our daily life, and I think that we use it as well. We always doing some christening, something to create a spectacle, to draw attention to some activities in our life. I find that nowadays they do it more. Years ago it just used to be the like a christening. Now they have some kind of, after even before the baby born, they have several celebrations that they do. The diaper, this, so many things in that they do. It's all about that. Create a spectacle before the event.
All right, so that's the create compelling spectacles. Law 37, we got the judgment, observance of the law, the moon, doctors of Berlin. Then we have observance of the law 2 tomorrow, interpretations, key to power, and image, and Anthony, and further discussions of the law.
All
So
right.
we came back to the ends of our savers, doing it together, and we're gonna see you tomorrow, guys.
Blessed day, everybody.
Blessed day.
Bye.
Bye
Happy
bye.
Friday.